Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen. Yep, it's Tuesday and we are getting busy again. We are going to dive into a quick and simple meal that's going to once again take a twist on something that we normally do and make it a little different and a little easier in your kitchen. So welcome to Pancake Tuesday. What else would we serve on Pancake Tuesday but waffles? Haha, just kidding. Pancakes, although waffles are pretty close. So we're going to make pancakes. So I can't believe that I'm actually on camera making pancakes again. This has to be my third or fourth time that we have got on camera and made pancakes. Normally I have my crew here with me. However, they are at school. And so I thought I would dive in so that this was ready for when they got home. We are going to do pancakes a little bit less traditional than we normally do. We are going to use the same recipe. I'm going to put that together for you. But we're going to bake our pancakes today. We're going to stone our pancakes. You're going to see how versatile our stoneware is, as well as how easy it is to take pancakes and put a twist on them. So let's stone these pancakes. All right, quick, simple, easy. We're going to go. First, we're going to start with our dry ingredients. Okay, we got one bowl for dry. What do I got to put in my dry ingredients? I need 1.5 cups of white flour. Or you can equally divide that up between white and whole wheat. We usually do 3/4 cup whole wheat, 3/4 cup white. We only have white today, so we're doing all white. So you've got your measuring tools, you've got them all nice, ready to go. There we go. What else do we need? We need 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar. Okay, so tablespoon up to half of white sugar. What else are we going to put in our pancakes today? We're going to put a little bit of salt. Have it down on your fine graining. You want about 1/4 teaspoon of salt here. That's about it. You need a teaspoon of baking powder. Sorry, this is baking soda. Baking powder is next. And a teaspoon of baking powder. Pancakes are super easy to put together. They often, though, have a lot of these little bits. A teaspoon here of this, a teaspoon here of that, what have you. But the really cool thing is you could make this all in bulk. This is cinnamon. I put cinnamon in almost everything I bake. It's a nice added flavor. That's about half, 3/4 teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. I don't know. Make it so that it looks good. You can always mix up a large batch of dry ingredients and a large batch of wet ingredients the night before, or keep them in your freezer and scoop at will, right? It's one of these things that if we ever thought about it ahead of time, far enough in advance, you'd be like, this is a genius way to do this. We can just have pancakes at will, right? Super simple. So now we're going to start with our wet. Now before I go any further, I need to tell you something that we had to do very, very first, and I should have told it to you as soon as we started. We had to sour our milk, because the recipe calls for a buttermilk. We don't carry buttermilk. Nobody else drinks it. We have no other use for it except for in pancakes. So what do you do when you don't have buttermilk and a recipe calls for buttermilk? Well, this recipe calls for 1.5 cups, so I have 1.5 cups of milk, and then I put a tablespoon of cider vinegar in it, and I let it sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's it, and now you've got your buttermilk. You've soured your milk. It's perfect and ready to go. We're going to use 2 eggs. The recipe actually calls for 2 egg whites. It depends on who's cracking the eggs to how accurate it is. We haven't noticed a difference, frankly, at all. Some days we have 2 yolks, some days we have no yolks, some days we have some shells, some days we have all kinds of stuff. It all depends on the master chef at hand. Today we're going to have a yolk. As you can see, I am not the master chef at hand. Okay, I always like to whip the eggs first. You know, it's a good beating. All good parents can give good beatings, right? I'm just kidding. It's for the eggs. It's for the eggs. Make them nice, light, and fluffy. We just beat the eggs. We're going to add our milk in. Do this without slopping it everywhere. And throw this stuff in here. I always add a carton of yogurt. You can, what you put here is your choice entirely. Some people like to put cottage cheese, some people like to put sour cream. I like 1 carton of stirred smooth yogurt. This one today is peach flavored, sometimes it's vanilla flavored, sometimes it's strawberry flavored. You pick. It's up to you. I don't know where I got this from. You could use, I think I said cottage cheese, you could use your cottage cheese, you could use whatever floats your boat, really. It's all quite what works for you. For me, this is what works for me. And I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. There's our pancake mix right there. That's it. Done, ready to go. I'm going to stir this up here. I'm going to add in our dry. This is all very basic, and if you've gone to Costco and got your package of pancake mix, which is phenomenal as well, you can fast forward through this part. But if you like to do it at home, some of you like to cook. I know I like to cook when I can, but when I can't, we make do. And we have used that Costco package. We've used the Aunt Jemima. We've used it all, and I'm sure you have too. It's all what works for you. But today we're making them from scratch, and this is how it's working. So you've got your pancake batter here. The thing with pancake batters is you don't need it really smooth. The lumps are okay. What's not okay is the dry powder chunks. So you need to make sure the flour chunks are all absorbed into the mix. Small little chunks are all okay. You don't want to beat it to death. Sometimes those powder chunks make themselves visible when you're whisking. And sometimes a whisk just, it isn't quite the best tool to use for this one, but we use it anyway. So how are we going to make this pancake mix and this stone a match made in heaven? Well, it's actually really quite simple. I'm going to butter my stone. Now my stone has been used well. It's a seasoned stone. It does really well. But I'm going to butter it anyway because I like the taste of butter on my pancakes. And it makes for a really super easy way to scoop them out. It just guarantees the process. You could melt butter into a small little cup and brush it on with a basting brush. Or you can do what I have if you have room temperature butter around. You just dip a paper towel into the butter. This is a baking secret passed down from generation to generation. I'm sure it's all over the internet somewhere. So all I've done is I've lined this. You can barely see the butter, right? Like it's just got a sheen to it. That's it. You don't need a lot. You're not trying to degrease your stoneware. Now all I'm going to do, this is the easiest part ever. Put it all on there. Now wait till you see this next part. This is going to blow you away. So you say you have picky kids. You say one kid likes this, one kid likes that. We have a solution for you today. This one makes everybody happy all at the same time. So all I'm doing is I'm spreading this out. It may look a little thin to you, but don't worry. Once it's heating up and cooking, it all evens itself out. Do your best to make it look as good as you can for now, but it's not supposed to put a whole lot of effort here, okay? That's it. I'll show you what mine looks like. It's not perfectly even. I got a glare there. I don't know how to get rid of the glare. There we go. A little bit like that. So, we have some kids who think chocolate chips would be awesome in their pancakes. So I'm going to make some chocolate chip pancakes. I'm just going to make one long strip. I'm going to put chocolate chips on top of the pancake mix on one side of my pancakes. One side of my stone here. That's it. I've got chocolate chips. We have some kids who like blueberry pancakes. So we're going to throw some blueberries in. So we have blueberries on one side. You can get extremely experimental with this however you like. I've got some apple here that I never finished up slicing. We put cinnamon in the pancake mix, remember? So what goes really well with cinnamon? Apple. So what if we slice up a little bit of apple really quick, make it perfect, chef-like apple material. Geez, how come you guys can see my cider vinegar? That seems to be the center of the show. Very funny. So I've got some apple here, and I'm going to spread that one down the middle. You could put, I don't even know, you could put cheese if you had little breakfast sausages. You could slice those up and put them right inside your pancakes. You could put bacon inside your pancakes. It's pretty cool. It's all set to go. So now I've got a strip of chocolate, a strip of apple, and a strip of blueberry. So these kids are happy, these kids are happy, and these kids are happy. Now what do I do with this? So easy, so simple. Your oven's set at 350 degrees, usually for most things. You're going to put this in there for 25 minutes. Boom, that's it. Bob's your uncle. Hang on, I'm going to show you one. Thought I was going to be able to carry it. I just pulled this out before we went live. That's what pancakes look like in one shot coming out of the oven. Now, I did the exact same thing. This is my bar pan. One mix of pancake mix. I just put a slice in here to make sure it was cooked. But look at how, if I wanted to, I could lift this whole thing right off the pan. Not smart, it would break and crush. But now I can slice it up. I could use my pizza cutter, I could use a spatula, and I can slice it all up in little kind of cake-like squares if you'd like. Oh my goodness, I'm having issues. Okay. And now you've got a piece of pancake. So what if you did this on a Sunday, froze a whole bunch of these, and just heated them up each day for your kids? You could cut them into toaster-sized pieces so they would be friendly for your toaster oven. So now you've got toaster pancakes all set to go. You can do anything with them. You could sit them and you could make little sandwiches with them. Put some jam in between and away you go. It would be so simple and so easy. One pot, one cleanup, that's a little hot, and you're ready to go. So there's your pancakes. I had to do a different twist on pancakes because we've done pancakes so many times already. So there's our twist on pancakes. Take it back, do it on your own stone at home, and I want to hear about it. Tell me what you put in your pancakes and how they worked on your stone. We'll talk to you tomorrow.